Hello everyone, Dario Napoli here. I reside in Milan. I'm from Sicily originally. Musically, I would say I was mostly formed in the United States. I was lucky enough to go to university in New Orleans, where I learned most of what I know of standard traditional jazz. Then, around the turn of the century, a little bit after, I saw this live concert in Vienna, a DVD, where a lot of the current gypsies performed, and it just blew my mind. It just gave me such an emotion, and that prompted me to go back to really research and listen to Django Reinhardt, and which I had listened to before, but I suppose the recording quality had possibly turned me off initially. But now that I had kind of been exposed to the modern version of gypsy jazz, I wanted to discover Django, and it was a few years, I would say at least a decade, where although I had played other styles, I really focused 100% on the gypsy jazz, and that prompted me to travel north to Holland, France, of course, Germany, Belgium, and really make friends with a lot of the famous gypsies. And that was one of my best moves, I suppose, was to really make friends with them, spend a lot of time with them at their homes and in the camp, and study, but also really understand a little bit how they function and live, which is also part of how they achieve their sound and their whole vibe. So I was lucky enough to study formally with Fabi Lafertin, a famous Belgian gypsy, but I had very good friends with Vaval Adler, Lola Meyer, just to name a few, Moses and the Rosenbergs, Stockero. And what I realized after this experience is that there's only so much and so far you can really learn just listening to the records. When you hear the music at a gut level and feel it and hear it and see it up close, there's so much detail that is impossible to pick up just from CDs. And that's really when I started feeling really confident in this style, is when I got the idea. I was living in Tuscany at the time, and I got the idea about 5-6 years ago to do a camp and pass on what I had, what I was working on and learned. Slowly I got the idea that guitar is great, but this music is born with upright bass and violin, and the true essence is the interplay of these instruments. And so it took me a few years to get some credibility, and then as soon as I met Baiju, I was first of all enamored with the fact that he could play modern jazz, which I also love and like to play, but then when the grappelli button switches on, it's like, then you really feel that kind of music. And so, besides being a great professional and a great friend, it was just, I thought, ideal to be able to work with him. So then I got to play and teach with him. And then, through Baiju, I met Manu, who is, one of the best bass players I know at this point. Just amazingly solid, beautiful playing, amazing with the bow, and also a great and easygoing guy. So this is just a dream to be able to share this camp with these great teachers and players, and allow people to really get off of their couch and their living room and their backing tracks and get together and have to learn things together and adapt to playing together, and which this music is all about. So just the excitement is through the roof. We can't wait to have people come visit us and be able to share what we've learned so far, and give them a little bit of the hot club experience, if possible, from what we learned.